A 1971 UK 2p coin is generally worth its face value of 2p, though rare, uncirculated examples can be worth a few pounds to a collector. The coin's value depends heavily on its condition. A well-preserved new pence coin is worth more than a worn one. A standard UK 2p coin has a face value of 2p, but certain old or rare coins can be worth significantly more. The value of a 2p coin depends on its age, condition, and historical significance. For example, the 1797 cartwheel 2p coin is worth much more than a modern one. Because the UK changed over from the old SD system to a decimal one in 1971, the Royal Mint made a lot of coins. 1.454 billion of them. They start making them in the late 60s for the demand, but all are marked. 1,971, they didn't strike any more until 1975, where they made a mere 145 million, although the 5p and 10p coins were first minted in 1968 to get the UK public used to the coins as they ran alongside the 1 shilling coin, Bob, and the 2 shilling coin, Florin. After the country went decimal, the 1 shilling and 2 shilling coins were used 5p and 1 OP coins up until 1990 and 1993, when the size of the coins was reduced. The 5 OP was introduced in 1969 and replaced the 10 shilling note, which for a while was going to have been a 50p banknote. Basically, they are quite common still, although idiots think as it was the first one made it must be worth a fortune. In the UK, it's worth 2p, although it contains just under 3p in copper. You might be able to get a couple of dollars, maybe more if you lie and say it's extremely rare. Age, older coins, especially those from before the decimalization in 1971, can be worth more than their face value. A standard 1971 UK 2p coin generally has little numismatic value beyond its face value, around 0.02 GBP, as over 1.45 billion were minted. However, the value can vary slightly depending on condition and any potential errors, and its price in South Asian markets depends heavily on collector interest and condition. Pakistan. On online marketplaces in Pakistan, the coin is sometimes listed for a premium as a collectible item, with prices potentially ranging from a few hundred Pakistani rupees to over PKR 14,000 for items marketed as rare or in pristine condition. The higher asking prices often reflect collector speculation rather than a guaranteed market value. India. In India, a set of multiple such coins from the era, for example, a 6-coin lot, might be sold online for around 500 INR. A single coin would be valued less, likely in the range of a few tens of rupees to a couple of hundred rupees, depending on the buyer. Bangladesh, similar to India and Pakistan, the value is determined by numismatic interest. Prices for a standard coin would likely be a few tens to a couple of hundred Bangladeshi taka, unless it's part of a special collector set or has a proven error. For an accurate valuation, it is recommended to consult with a professional coin dealer or a local numismatic association in your region. Websites like Numista provide detailed specifications and value estimates based on condition. Send me your country name in my comments section. I will tell you accurate price UK 2p coin in your country. Condition. A coin's condition is a major factor. Coins in mint state, uncirculated, or with high-grade condition are worth considerably more than those that are worn. Rarity. Some years had fewer coins minted, making them rarer and more valuable to collectors. Errors in the minting process can also increase a coin's value. Historical significance. Some coins, like the 1797 cartwheel or 1868 coins, are historically significant and are valued based on their rarity and historical context. Price guides. Websites like NGC and Coins of the UK have price guides for various 2p coins. Online marketplaces. Websites like eBay can give you an idea of what similar coins are selling for. However, prices can vary widely based on the seller and buyer. Professional assessment. To get a precise valuation, consider having your coin professionally appraised by a numismatic expert. The 1971 UK 2p coin's value is generally its face value, 2p, in circulated condition, as over 1.45 billion were minted. However, a coin in pristine, uncirculated, mint, condition or a special proof version can be worth slightly more to collectors, typically ranging from less than £1 to a few pounds, around 70 cents to $2 US. Value and price. The 1971 2p coin is not considered rare. Its value depends heavily on its condition. Circulated condition. Coins showing wear and tear are very common and are worth their face value, 2p. Uncirculated condition. A coin in flawless or as new condition may fetch a small premium from collectors. Numismatic guides estimate such coins are typically worth under £1. Proof condition. Coins struck for collectors as part of special proof sets have a lower mintage, around 350,000, and are worth slightly more, potentially a few pounds, around $1.80 to US. Extremely high prices, sometimes seen online, for example, hundreds of pounds, are often due to misinformed sellers and do not reflect the actual market value of this common coin. The only particularly valuable 2p coin is the rare 1983 new pence era coin. Decimal day. The coin was first issued on the 15th of February 1971, known as Decimal Day, when the UK transitioned from the complex pounds, shillings, and pence system to a simpler decimal currency, 100p to the pound. New pence inscription. To avoid confusion with the old pre-decimal coinage, all 2p coins minted between 1971 and 1981 included the word new pence as part of the reverse design. This was changed to 2p in 1982. Obverse features the second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machen. Reverse displays the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of ostrich feathers in a coronet, with the inscription, 2 new pence and the date. The reverse design by Christopher Ironside remained largely unchanged until 2008. Composition. The 1971 coins were made of bronze, 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, 0.5% tin. The composition was later changed to copper-plated steel in 1992 due to rising metal prices. The image shows a 1971 British 10 new pence coin, featuring the crowned bust of Queen Elizabeth II, obverse design. The coin's obverse displays the second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, facing right, designed by Arnold Machen. Reverse design. The reverse of this specific 10 new pence coin from Jersey, a British Crown dependency, features 3 lions in a shield, with the issuer's name and value surrounding the date. Composition and value. The coin is made of copper nickel and has a value of 10 pence in the decimalized pound currency. Introduced in 1971. Demonetization. This type of coin was demonetized on July 1, 1993, meaning it is no longer legal tender. Commonality. While 1971, new pence coins are sometimes mistaken for rare items. The 2p version, in particular, had a very large mintage, making them quite common. 10 new pence. Elizabeth II, second portrait. Jersey, Numista. Numista, CC by, features, issuer, Jersey, British Crown dependencies. Queen, Elizabeth II, 1952 to 2022. Type, standard circulation. Coins, years, 1968 to 1980. Value, I have a 1971. New Pence 2p coin, they say it's rare. What would it be worth? Thank you. The 1971 England New Pence was part of a massive mintage of 1,454,856,250. And today examples sell for around 25 cents CAD.
A standard 1988 Elizabeth II penny coin in circulated condition is very common and typically worth only its face. Value 1p. However, proof versions or uncirculated coins in superb condition can fetch a small premium among collectors. The 1 penny coin is currently the lowest circulating denomination of the British decimal. Pound sterling, after the halfpenny was demonetized in 1984, it was one of 3 new coins introduced into general circulation on the February 15, 1971, when the United Kingdom adopted a new decimal currency system. The other 2 new coins were the 2p and 2p coins. 5p, 10p and 50p had been introduced earlier to avoid confusion between the old and new coinage. All 3 coins initially had the word new incorporated into the reverse design. This was later removed. The coin is a foreign currency item in these countries, so its value is purely based on novelty or by a local coin collector. In Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh, you might find it listed on online marketplaces like eBay or Etsy India for sale by local sellers. The price would typically be in the range of 100 to 300 INR, approx. 350 to 1000 PKR or 130 to 400 BDT, for an individual coin in good condition, primarily due to the seller's markup, shipping costs, and the small interest from local hobbyists. Not because of any intrinsic rarity, bronze was replaced for new coins with copper-plated steel in 1992. In 2008, a new design was introduced. The original coins are still current though, and circulate in parallel with the new ones. Coins issued in 1988 have now been circulating for 37 years. 1 penny and 2 pence coins are legal tender only up to the sum of 20p. This means that it is permissible to refuse payment of sums greater than this amount in 1p and 2p coins in order to settle a debt. Obverse. The obverse of the coin shows the crowned bust of Queen Elizabeth II, facing right her effigy, known as the third portrait. The Queen is wearing the royal diadem, which she used to wear on her way to and from the state opening of Parliament. A pearl necklace and earrings incuse in tiny letters on the neck truncation. The designer's initials are DM for Raphael David Makhlouf. Around, the monarch's legend and the date of issue. Elizabeth to DG Reg FD, 1988, translated from Latin, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith, 1988, reverse, within a bitted circle, a crowned portcullis with chains and adaptation of the badge of King Henry VII and now the badge of the Palace of Westminster. Around above, the denomination 1 penny. Below, the value as a numeral 1. Issue of Gibraltar British Overseas Territories. Queen Elizabeth to 195 to 2022. Type standard circulation coins. Years 1988-1995. Value 1 penny. 0.01 GIP equals 3.71 Pakistani rupees. Current SIP and decimalized 1971 date. Composition bronze. Weight 3.56 g. Diameter 20.32 mm. Thickness 1.52 mm. Chaperound. The value of the 1988 UK 1p coin depends heavily on its condition and whether it is a standard circulation strike or a special proof version. Circulated condition, in general, a 1988 penny that has been in circulation holds no significant premium and is worth only its face value. or perhaps a few pence. Uncirculated condition, a 1988 penny in pristine, uncirculated gem. Condition might be valued by collectors in the range of $2 to $5 USD, depending on its luster and strike quality. Proof version, a proof coin, which was a limited issue, struck with specially prepared dies and highly polished blanks for collectors, is more valuable. These were part of the Royal Mint's 1988 annual proof set and have a limited mintage of around 125,000. Their value can be higher, with dealers listing them for more than the standard version. There are no widely recognized rare varieties or era coins for the UK 1988 penny that dramatically increase its value, unlike some as pennies of the same year. For example, the 1988 Flair G or Wide AM Lincoln penny era varieties are a specific. The 1988 1 penny coin is part of the second decimal coinage series, introduced in the United Kingdom. Monarch, the obverse of the coin features the third coinage portrait of Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Makhlouf. Reverse design, the reverse design, which has been used since decimalization in 1971, depicts a portcullis with chains, a barred gate, symbol of the House of Commons, surmounted by a St. Edward's crown. Specifications. Denomination, 1 penny. Material, the coin is made of bronze. Since 1992, UK 1p coins have been made of copper-plated steel. Weight, it weighs approximately 3.5 grams. Diameter, it has a diameter of 20 millimeters. Mintage, hundreds of millions of the standard 1988 1p coins were struck for general circulation, making them extremely common. The proof version had a much smaller mintage of 125,000. The coin has no significant monetary value. That would make it a major asset in any of these countries. Its primary worth is sentimental or is a very minor collectible.
The 1990 UK 5 pence coin is notable for the transition to the smaller, modern size, but the large-sized 1995p was also struck for inclusion in mint and proof sets. The smaller, standard circulating version had a mintage of over 1.6 billion, making it common. Special collector versions include a Piedfort doubleweight, silver proof of the larger size, and a set that includes both the large and small silver proof versions. Size change. 1990 was the year the size of the 5 pence coin was reduced to its current dimensions. Large 1995p. Both the old large size and the new small size were minted in 1990. The large versions were only released in mint and proof sets. Circulating mintage. A large number of the new, smaller 5p coins were minted for circulation, with a mintage of over 1.6 billion. The British decimal 5 pence, 5p coin, often pronounced 5p, is a unit of currency, equaling 5/100ths of a pound sterling. A 1990 UK 5 pence coin is worth very little in its circulated condition, generally only its face value, as it was a common high mintage coin. Its value comes from the historical context. 1990 was the final year that the larger, pre-dec 5 pence coins circulated before they were replaced by the smaller, lighter, and more modern version that is still used today. The coin's value is based on its history as the last of its kind and its status as a regular hyperduction coin. The coin was first issued in 1968 before the currency was to circulate in parallel with the 1 shilling coin it eventually replaced. Its dimensions were the same as those of the shilling, and the shilling remained current after 1970, redenominated as 5 new pence. After a review of the United Kingdom coinage in 1987, the government announced its intention to issue a smaller 5p coin, which was first issued on the 27th of June, 1990. The original large version of the 5 pence coin was demonetized in 1990, together with the shilling, and replaced by the smaller version, which retained the original design by Christopher Ironside. These small 5 pence coins were minted from cupronickel 75% C, 25% EM in 2008. A new 5p design by Matthew Dent was introduced, initially in copper nickel as well, then in nickel-plated steel after 2012. However, the old type small coins are still legal tender. The 5p coin is legal tender for amounts up to £5. From January 2013, the Royal Mint began a program to gradually remove the previous Cooper coins of both designs from circulation, with replacement by the nickel-plated steel versions. All circulation coins for 1990 were minted to the new standard. However, the uncirculated and proof mint sets issued this year had both the old and the new 5p pieces, 102,606 brilliant uncirculated and 79,052 proofs, including some in standard and some in a red leather case. Additionally, a small silver set was issued with both sizes in silver, with mintage of 35,000. The small 5p coin was also issued as a silver-proof P. Mint Royal. Mint mark no mint mark total. Mintage 1,635,157,663. 1.6 billion. Rarity, see common. Visit the Royal Mint website for the latest coin releases. Visit the Royal Mint website for the latest coin releases. Affiliate verse. The obverse of the coin shows the crowned bust of Queen Elizabeth II, facing right, her effigy known as the third portrait. The Queen is wearing the royal diadem, which she used to wear on her way to and from the state opening of Parliament. A pearl necklace and earrings. Incus in tiny letters on the neck truncation. The designer's initials are DM for Raphael David Maklouf. Around the monarch's legend and the date of issue. Elizabeth Kedua, D. G. Reg. F. D. 1990. Translated from Latin, Elizabeth II. By the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Reverse. The reverse original design by Christopher Ironside features a crowned thistle, formerly the badge of Scotland, a thistle royally crowned, with the numeral value 5 below the thistle, and the value and denomination in words. 5p, around above the thistle. Circulated condition. A 1995p coin that has been circulated is worth very little, often only its face value of 5p. Pi mintage. The 1995p coin had a massive figure of over 1.6 billion, making it very common. Uncirculated condition. The value of an uncirculated coin would be slightly higher, but still not significant. Proof, or special editions. The value of any special editions, such as proof sets or those with unique designs, would be higher. But these are separate from the standard circulated version. Silver proof set. The Royal Mint issued a special set containing both the large and small 1995 pence coins in silver proof quality. Piedfort, a double-weight silver-proof version of the large size 1995 pence coin was also issued. Condition. While the circulating coins are common, the specific sets and proof versions are highly sought after by collectors.
A standard 2009 UK 10p coin is worth only its face value of 10p because it was mass-produced for circulation, with a mintage of over 84 million. However, a silver-proof version of the 2009 10p coin has a much higher value, ranging from around £34 and 95p or more, depending on its condition and certification. The 10p coin is a small circulating denomination of the British pound sterling. In August 2005, the Royal Mint launched a competition to find new reverse designs for all circulating coins apart from the £2 coin. The winner, announced in April 2008, was Matthew Dent, whose designs were gradually introduced into the circulating British coinage from MID 2008. In a world-first concept, the designs for the 1p, 2p, 5p, 10p, 20p, and 50p coins depict sections of the royal shield that form the whole shield when placed together. The shield in its entirety is featured on the £1 coin. The new 10p coin design, which replaced the earlier 10p design by Christopher Ironside, depicts the first quarter of the shield, showing the lion's passant from the royal banner of England, with the words 10p above the shield design. The coin's obverse remains largely unchanged, but the beading, the ring of dots around the coin's circumference, which no longer features on the coin's reverse, has also been removed from the obverse. The 10-pence coin was originally minted from copper, but since 2012, it has been minted in nickel-plated steel due to the increasing price of metal. From January 2013, the Royal Mint began a program to gradually remove the previous copper-nickel coins from circulation with replacement by the nickel-plated steel versions. Coins issued in 2009 have now been circulating for 16 years. 5-pence and 10-pence coins are legal tender only up to the sum of £5. This means it is permissible to refuse payment of sums greater than this amount in 5p and 10p coins to settle a debt. Obverse. The obverse shows the crowned mature head of Queen Elizabeth. Kedua, facing writer effigy, known as the fourth portrait, the Queen wears the girls of Great Britain and Ireland diamond tiara, a wedding gift from Queen Mary, Her Majesty's grandmother, in 1947, which she also has on the McKin and the Gotwal portraits. In small letters, below the head, the artist's initials, IRB for Ian, ranked broadly. Around the effigy is the monarch's legend and the date, Elisabeth Kedua de Gereg, FD 2009. Translated from Latin, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith, 2009. Reverse, the first quarter of the Royal Shield of the United Kingdom, showing two lions, passant guardant, i.e. walking, facing to left from the Royal Banner of England, with the value and denomination 10 pence around above the shield design.
A standard 1995 UK 20 pence coin has a value of only its face value, around 20 pence, as it was minted in large quantities, 102,005,000. Its historical significance is low because it's not a rare or special edition coin, but its value could increase to a few pounds if it is in perfect, uncirculated condition or has any rare minting errors. The British 20 pence, 20p, coin, often pronounced 20p, is a unit of currency equaling 21/100ths of a pound sterling. Unlike the smaller denominations, the 20 pence coin was not introduced at decimalisation in 1970, but was added in 1982, with a design by William Gardner showing a crowned Tudor rose. This original reverse design was changed to the current version, featuring a segment of the Royal Shield by Matthew Dent in 2008. Coins of the old design are still current and circulate together with the new ones, to help identification and avoid confusion. With similar sized coins, the 20p is 7-sided and like the 50p is an equilateral curve heptagon. The shape, with its constant rolling diameter, means that it is readily acceptable in vending machines. Its composition is 84% copper and 16% nickel. Coins issued in 1995 have now been circulating for 30 years. 20 and 50 pence coins are legal tender only up to the sum of £10. This means that it is permissible to refuse payment of sums greater than this amount in 20p coins in order to settle a debt. Obverse. The obverse of the coin shows the crowned bust of Queen Elizabeth II. Facing right, her effigy known as the third portrait. The Queen is wearing the royal diadem, which she used to wear on her way to and from the state opening of Parliament. A pearl necklace and earrings. Incuse in tiny letters on the neck truncation. The designer's initials RDM for Raphael David Macluf. Around, the monarch's legend, Elizabeth II D times G times Reg times F times D times. Translated from Latin, Elizabeth II. By the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Reverse. The reverse shows a crowned Tudor rose, with the numeral value 20 below the rose, and the value and denomination in words, 20 pence around above. The date, 1995, is incuse and divided by the crown. Small incuse letters W and G divided by the rose represent the artist's initials. Variety in mint sets. Mintage issued, 105,647, included in total. In set 1995 United Kingdom Brilliant Uncirculated Coin Collection. Mintage 105,647. Face value, 20 pence. This is the value for most 1995 20p coins in average. Circulated condition. Higher values. A coin in perfect uncirculated condition could be worth slightly more, perhaps a few pounds. But there is no specific error known for the 1995 20p coin that makes it particularly valuable. High mintage. The 1995 20p coin had a large mintage of 102,005,000, which means it is very common. Introduction. The 20 pence coin was introduced in 1982. The only other 1995 UK coin with a higher collector value is the 1995 50th anniversary of the United Nations £2 coin, which can be worth around £10 in uncirculated condition. The 1995 20p coin is not considered rare due to its high mintage, so its monetary value to collectors is minimal, unless it is in pristine condition or an unusual error coin. Circulated condition. The coin is generally worth its face value, 20p. Uncirculated. BU a proof. Condition. In brilliant uncirculated or proof. Condition. Never used in commerce. It may fetch a small premium, typically a few British pounds, e.g., £2 to £10. Error coins. There are no widely known valuable errors specific to the 1995 mintage. The famous undated 20p error occurred in 2008 due to a design change, making those coins significantly more valuable, around £50 to £60. The 1995 UK 20 pence coin's value is primarily its face value as a standard circulation coin. Its price in Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh is determined by the current exchange rate and is approximately Pakistan, PKR approximately 74.34 PKR. India, INR, approximately 23.74 Indian rupees, based on converting the coin's value as 0.2 pounds sterling. Bangladesh, BDT approximately 24.60 BDT, based on a typical exchange rate of around 123 BDT to £1 sterling. The 1995 20 pence coin is not considered rare as over 102 million were minted for general circulation. For coin collectors, the value remains close to its face value unless it is in a special condition. The 1995 20 pence Coin is not considered rare as over 102 million were minted for general circulation. For coin collectors, the value remains close to its face value unless it is in a special condition. Circulated condition. The coin's value is its monetary worth of 20 pence. Uncirculated a proof condition. Special proof or brilliant uncirculated. Versions made for collectors can sell for slightly more, typically in the range of £1 to £4 sterling. Approximate 370, 1480. PKR, 118 to 475 Indian rupees, or 123 to 492 BDT on online marketplaces.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the small but highly collectible coins, the United Kingdom sixpence coins from the years 1955 and 1957. These coins may look common, but certain conditions and mint characteristics can make them worth far more than you might expect. Some collectors are even willing to pay premium prices for well-preserved examples. So stay with us as we explore the history, design, details, rarity, and actual market values of these impressive sixpence coins. And if you enjoy coin videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and support the channel. Let's get started. First up, today's video we are going to explore the 1955 sixpence coin of the United Kingdom, a small silver-colored coin that many people overlook, but collectors know it can hold surprising value depending on its condition, mint era, details, and rarity. In higher grades, this coin belongs to the era of Queen Elizabeth II, issued just a few years after her coronation, making it historically significant for royal era collectors. So make sure to watch this video till the end, because we will explain the value, special varieties, and how you might have a valuable coin sitting in your collection right now. The 1955 UK sixpence was minted in cupro nickel, and it marked one of the early portrait coinages for Queen Elizabeth II. The obverse side of the coin features the first young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II facing the right side. The inscription around reads, "Plus Elizabeth to Dei Gratia Regina," meaning Elizabeth II by the grace of God, Queen. This portrait is highly significant for collectors because it represents the earliest years of her long reign as monarch. On the reverse side of the coin, you will see a Tudor rose, a thistle, shamrock, and leek, representing the four countries of the United Kingdom: England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. Just below that, the word sixpence appears along with the year 1955. This plant symbol design emphasizes unity within the United Kingdom, giving the coin not only financial value but also strategic symbolic heritage. Now let's talk about mintage. The 1955 sixpence was produced in very limited quantity compared to some later sixpence coins. Its mintage is considered modest, which makes higher grade uncirculated pieces much harder to find today. Coins that were circulated heavily over time usually show signs of wear, reducing their collectible value. However, coins stored safely or found in old savings jars can sometimes still retain sharp detail, and those are the valuable ones. In circulated condition, a 1955 sixpence coin typically sells between £1 to £5 GBP or equal value in your local currency. However, in very fine to extra fine condition, the price increases to around £7 to £20. Now here's where things get exciting. If your coin is in uncirculated or mint state condition, it can sell for £40, £75, and sometimes even over £120 GBP at professional auctions. Collector demand for high-grade Queen Elizabeth II early portrait coins has been rising steadily over the last decade. Let's talk about error coins, because this is where big money can appear rare. MIA strike errors, double die, obverse rotated die errors, planchette cracks, off-center strikes, and weakly struck lettering can dramatically increase the value of the coin. Some error specimens of the 1955 sixpence have sold for over £150 to £350 GBP depending on the severity and rarity of the error. So make sure to check your coin carefully. Sometimes the smallest mint defect can turn your coin into a high-value piece. To know the correct value, you should always consider grading a professional third-party coin grading companies such as NGC PCGS or LCGS UK can authenticate and grade your coin. A graded coin with a label such as MS63, MS64, or MS65 doesn't just look good, it can multiply the value because collectors love certified coins. Clean, polished, or scratched Coins lose value, so never clean your coin, keep it in natural, untouched condition. The 1955 sixpence is also cherished by collectors of pre-decimal British currency because it represents a time just before the pound system changed to the decimal standard in 1971. For lovers of royal history, this coin symbolizes the beginning of the longest reigning British monarch, Queen Elizabeth II. Because of ongoing collector demand, the value of this coin is considered stable and rising, especially for better condition coins. If you are someone who loves collecting coins or wants to begin a new hobby, then the 1955 sixpence is a great piece to start with. It is affordable for beginners and potentially profitable for long-term collectors. You may even find one in old family collections, antique shops, or estate sale boxes. Always store your coin in a plastic holder, coin flip, or capsule for preservation. So friends, I hope you enjoyed learning about the 1955 sixpence coin of the United Kingdom, a coin rich in history, value, and collector significance. If you have this coin, check its condition and possible errors carefully. You might be holding something worth much more than you think. If you love videos about rare and valuable coins, then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next upload. Comment below which coin you want to learn about next. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Next up, today we're taking a deep dive into the 1957 United Kingdom sixpence, a small coin with a big story. Whether you found one in pocket change, inherited a handful from a relative, or you're hunting for pieces to add to your collection, this episode will walk you through what the 1957 sixpence is, how to identify it, what it's made of, how many were struck, and what one might be worth today. Stick around to the end. I'll share practical selling tips, grading clues, and the common price range you can expect. Quick reminder: hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss future coin deep dives. The sixpence has a long history in British coinage, existing in some form for centuries and surviving right up until decimalization in 1971. The 1957 issue belongs to the post-war Elizabeth II series. The portrait on the obverse is the early Mary Gillick portrait of the young queen, and the reverse holds the classic floral motifs representing England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. The rose, thistle, leek, and shamrock arranged around the central sixpence legend. This design tradition makes the coin instantly recognizable to collectors of British pre-decimal coins. If you want to identify a genuine 1957 UK sixpence at a glance, note the specs: diameter about 19.5 millimeters, weight approximately 2.83 grams, and it's made of cupronickel, a copper-nickel alloy, not silver, because post-World War II coinage moved away from silver for circulating small coins. Those physical specs and composition are the quick checklist that separates the common 1950s sixpences from older silver issues. How common is the 1957 sixpence? It's a widely struck common circulation coin. Most reference listings give a mintage in the tens of millions. For Elizabeth II sixpences of the era, estimates you'll see in reference guides put the mintage for 1957 in the multiple tens of millions range, which explains why most surviving examples are inexpensive unless they have unusually high grade or are special proofs. In other words, common in circulation and therefore common in collections unless you have an exceptional specimen. So what is a 1957 sixpence worth right now? For typical circulated grades, you'll generally see small retail values, often only a few pence to a few pounds depending on condition and market, while extremely well preserved uncirculated examples or certified proof strikes can command higher collector prices. Online dealer listings and marketplaces commonly price circulated examples from a few pence up to around £1, £3 or similar, with uncirculated or certified pieces listing higher. Don't assume automatic silver bullion value. These 1957 cupronickel issues do not carry silver content value. To get more than pocket change for your 1957 sixpence, you need to look for condition and rarity markers, crisp detail on the queen's portrait, and the floral reverse minimal, where on high points no major scratches or rim nicks, and original surface tone. Look for proof strikes or special mint sets. Those are far scarcer and can be worth significantly more if you're uncertain getting a coin slabbed by a reputable grading service. PCGS, NGC, or a trusted UK grading dealer can clarify grade and often improve saleability. Although grading itself has costs, so weigh that against potential upside. The 1957 sixpence is straightforward. There aren't many deliberate modern counterfeits of common cupronickel sixpences because they're low-value items, but be wary of heavily clean coins. Cleaning can remove value. Coins with added holes used as charms, or pieces marketed as rare, without provenance. Always compare suspected finds to high quality reference photos and weigh seller reputation on marketplaces before buying. If you're selling, photograph both sides with a scale or ruler for size reference. If buying, insist on good images or beer protection. Tip: keep the coin in a soft flip. Don't scrub it. If you decide to sell, first grade it roughly yourself: good, fine, very fine, extremely fine, and circulate it. And check recent completed listings on marketplaces like eBay or specialist UK dealers to see what similar condition coins actually sold for. Asking prices aren't the same as sale prices for single common pieces. A local dealer will often pay a small flat fee for better coins or multiple pieces. Online auction or specialist coin dealers usually get better returns. If you have a set of pre-decimal coins, consider selling as a group to collectors who want full sets. Why do collectors love small coins like the sixpence? They're compact, historic, and full of detail. The 1957 sixpence sits in a fascinating period: post-war Britain, early Elizabeth to Anne, connects with traditions like a sixpence in the bride's shoe for pocket collectors. They're economical. You can build date runs without huge cost for viewers. That means you don't need a big budget to start collecting British pre-decimal coins, just attention to condition and a little research. Alright, quick recap. The 1957 UK sixpence is a cupronickel pre-decimal coin with modest modern market value because it's commonly struck. Exceptions are high grades and proofs. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like, subscribe, and click the bell so my next coin guide drops directly into your feed. Want me to appraise a coin on camera? Drop clear photos in the comments or tag me on Instagram. Tell me grade and any unusual marks and I'll tell you what to look for. If you want a downloadable checklist for grading small UK coins, I'll leave a link in the description. Thanks for watching. Keep hunting those coins.
So what makes this coin so rare? Why are collectors chasing it like treasure hunters? And how can you tell if you have one hiding in plain sight? Stay locked in, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and what could make your everyday change worth a fortune. Before we dive into the rare 1997 error, the rarest and most mysterious coins in British numismatic history, a 1997 UK Elizabeth 50 new pence error coin has done exactly that. While millions of 50p coins were minted, there's one extremely rare variant from 1997 that has shocked collectors and sparked bidding wars worth hundreds thousands of dollars. We're talking values ranging between, let's talk history. The 50 pence coin, introduced in 1969, was the world's first seven-sided coin, a heptagon that revolutionized coinage with its unique shape and iconic status in the UK. Over the decades, it has honored everything from the NHS to the Olympics and even Paddington Bear. But in 1997, the Royal Mint made a monumental decision. That year marked the redesign of the 50p, shrinking its size and giving it a new lease on life in modern circulation, the old large-sized being phased out for a more compact, modern coin. Off-center strike error, £120,000 to £200,550. Double die obverse DDO, £225,000 to £240,763. Die clash error, £270,000 to £300,877. Wrong planchet error, £160,000 and £190,000. What makes this coin so valuable? When it comes to coin collecting, rarity is king, but context is the crown jewel. Let's break down why this 1997 50p error is worth a small fortune. Rarity, as mentioned, it's believed fewer than 5 exist. This instantly catapults its value into six-figure territory. Error type new pence was retired in 1981. Any appearance of it in 1997 is a glaring error, making this a major minting blunder. Historical significance: 1997 was a pivotal year for the 50p. This coin bridges the gap between the old world and a modern era of UK coinage. Collector demand: UK decimal collectors, error hunters, and international buyers all want a piece of this numismatic unicorn. And the value, hold on tight, in top condition. Verified specimens of the 1997 new pence 50p have sold for anywhere between £200,550 to £240,763 in private sales and international auctions. Some experts speculate that if one appears again, especially with verified provenance, it could crack £300,877 or more at auction. How to identify the 1997 50 new pence error coin? So could you be sitting on one of these hidden treasures?
Here's what to look for. Obverse head side, features Queen Elizabeth II, the third portrait by Raphael Maclauf, used between 1985 and 1997. Reverse tail side, should normally read 50 pence on coins from 1997. The error version reads new pence instead, a phrase that should not exist on any 1997 coin. Key tip, be careful, some commemorative tokens or novelty replicas may look similar. Always verify edge details, metal content, and most importantly, have it authenticated by a reputable numismatic grading service like NGC or PCGS. Auction sales price and market value. Let's talk numbers and real-world sales. One known specimen was reportedly offered privately to a major UK dealer, who estimated its value between £160,000 and £190,000, which converts to around £200,550, $240,763 Rumors have swirled that a specimen was sold to a collector in Asia for close to £300,877, though exact details remain tightly guarded. These coins rarely hit public auction because they change hands quietly among elite collectors. If another 1997 new Pence error ever goes public, especially with provenance and proper grading, experts believe it could easily smash previous records. How to make a fortune. The 1997 50p coin, obverse, front Queen Elizabeth II, by Raphael Maclauf, crown portrait. Reverse, back Britannia seated with trident and shield, metal, cupronickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel. Weight, 13.5 g. Mintage, approximate, 456 million, not rare by default. Check coin condition, grading. Uncirculated/mint state, MS 60+ coins in perfect or near perfect condition. Proof coins, specially struck, mirror-like finish, sometimes part of collector sets. Have it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC for best value. Tips in collecting. For the 1997 UK 50 new pence coin, look for mint errors. Some 1997 50p coins may have rare minting errors. These dramatically increase value. Off-center strikes. Double strikes, wrong planchet errors, e.g. struck on a 10p blank. Die rotation errors. Clipped planchets. Tip, always inspect both obverse and reverse under a loupe or microscope. Subtle details can reveal major value. Check the condition. Grade matters. Coin grading impacts price enormously. UNC, uncirculated, or BU, brilliant uncirculated, coins are worth significantly more. Circulated coins are common but still collectible for a historical 50p set. Tip, store coins in acid-free holders or coin flips to preserve condition and prevent tarnish. Know the market value. Typical 1997 50p coins in circulated condition. Error coins or BU versions can be worth £50 to £300 depending on the error type and condition. Tip, check recent eBay sold listings or auction houses like London Coins or The Coinery for real-time pricing. Collect alongside other, pre-1998, large 50p coins. Final thought, so, whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just stumbled across a curious coin in your change jar, the 1997 UK Elizabeth II 50p coin is a powerful reminder that history often hides in plain sight. Its unique errors, rarity, and potential six-figure value make it more than just a piece of currency. It's a tangible slice of British heritage and a silent storyteller of a bygone era. Who knows? The next time you check your pocket change, you might just be holding a tiny treasure worth a small fortune. The rarest and most mysterious coins in British numismatic history, a 1997 UK Elizabeth 50 new pence era coin, has done exactly that. While millions of 50p coins were minted, there's one extremely rare variant from 1997 that has shocked collectors and sparked bidding wars worth hundreds thousands of dollars. We're talking values ranging between. So what makes this coin so rare? Why are collectors chasing it like treasure hunters? And how can you tell if you have one hiding in plain sight? Stay locked in, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and what could make your everyday change worth a fortune. Before we dive into the rare 1997 error, let's talk history. The 50 pence coin, introduced in 1969, was the world's first seven-sided coin, a heptagon that revolutionized coinage with its unique shape and iconic status in the UK. Over the decades, it has honored everything from the NHS to the Olympics and even Paddington Bear. But in 1997, the Royal Mint made a monumental decision. That year marked the redesign of the 50p, shrinking its size and giving it a new lease on life in modern circulation, the old large-sized being phased out for a more compact, modern coin. Off-center strike error, £120,000 to £200,550. Double die obverse DDO, £225,000 to £240,763. Die clash error, £270,000 to £300,877. Wrong planchet error, £160,000 and £190,000. What makes this coin so valuable? When it comes to coin collecting, rarity is king but context is the crown jewel. Let's break down why this 1997 50p error is worth a small fortune. Rarity as mentioned, it's believed fewer than 5 exist. This instantly catapults its value into six-figure territory. Error type new pence was retired in 1981. Any appearance of it in 1997 is a glaring error, making this a major minting blunder. Historical significance: 1997 was a pivotal year for the 50p. This coin bridges the gap between the old world and the modern era of UK coinage. Collector demand: UK decimal collectors, error hunters, and international buyers all want a piece of this numismatic unicorn. And the value, hold on tight, in top condition. Verified specimens of the 1997 new pence 50p have sold for anywhere between £200,550 to £240,763 in private sales and international auctions. Some experts speculate that if one appears again, especially with verified provenance, it could crack £300,877 or more at auction.
One £1 coin from the United Kingdom is more than just a piece of currency. It is a small, but potent symbol of national identity, economic evolution, artistic design, and the political context of its time. To fully appreciate the significance of the 1991 one coin, one must delve into its background, design, material composition, minting details, circulation purpose, collector value, and the socio-political environment in which it was issued. This exploration offers insights not only into the coin itself, but also into the broader history of Britain at the close of the 20th century. 1. Historical background and context. The one coin was first introduced into general circulation in the United Kingdom in 1983, replacing the £1 banknote. This decision stemmed from economic and practical considerations. Coins last far longer than paper currency in circulation, making them more cost-effective in the long run. The introduction of the one coin marked a major shift in British coinage, and was part of a broader move toward more durable metallic currency. By 1991, the coin had been in circulation for 8 years. During this time, the Royal Mint adopted a policy of featuring different designs on the reverse of the coin to reflect the different constituent nations of the United Kingdom, namely England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. This approach was intended not only to celebrate the diverse cultural heritage of the UK, but also to foster a sense of unity through the representation of national symbols on everyday currency. The 1991 one coin specifically represents Wales, continuing the 4-year rotation of national designs that had started in 1984 and continued with each country taking turns to appear on the reverse side of the coin. 2. Obverse design. Queen Elizabeth. The obverse front of the 1991 £1 coin features a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, who reigned from 1952 until her death in 2022. The portrait used on this coin was designed by Raphael Makhlouf, a British sculptor. This was the third definitive coinage portrait of the Queen, and it was introduced in 1985. Makhlouf's portrayal shows the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem, a crown encrusted with diamonds and often worn by Her Majesty for the state opening of Parliament. Makhlouf's depiction of Queen Elizabeth II is known for its elegance and its lifelike, almost serene quality. The inscription around the Queen reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 1991, which stands for Elizabeth II de Gratia Regina Fide Defensor, Latin for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen Defender of the Faith. The date 1991 is also inscribed, indicating the year of minting. This obverse design was used on all British coinage of the time and remained in place until it was replaced by the Ian Rank Broadley portrait in 1998. 3. Reverse design. The leak for Wales. The reverse back of the 1991 £1 coin is where the true national symbolism for Wales emerges. The design was created by Dylan Thomas, a Welsh artist, not to be confused with the poet of the same name. His depiction on the coin is centered around the leek, a traditional emblem of Wales that has been associated with Welsh identity for centuries. The leek is shown emerging from a coronet, a small crown, which symbolizes sovereignty and national pride. The coronet is designed in the style of a royal diadem, a traditional emblem of nobility and distinction. The overall design is elegant and heraldic in nature, tying into the long-standing traditions of British heraldry. The inscription £1 appears below the emblem, with no denomination shown in numerals. The decision to spell out the denomination is consistent across the £1 coins of this series and reflects a traditionalist approach to British coinage. The use of the leek is steeped in history. According to legend, during a battle against the Saxons, Welsh soldiers wore leeks in their caps to distinguish themselves from their enemies. The leek has since become a proud national symbol, appearing on everything from military insignia to sports uniforms, and, as seen in 1991, even on national currency. 4. Technical specifications and composition. The 1991 1 coin has the following. Specifications: diameter, 22.5 mm thickness, 3.15 mm weight, 9.50 grams. Edge, milled and inscribed. Edge, inscription, Plediol, WYF I'm Gulad, which translates from Welsh as True am I to my country. Metal composition, nickel brass, 70% copper, 24.5% zinc, and 5.5% nickel. Shape, round minting authority, the Royal Mint. The edge inscription is particularly notable for being in Welsh, reflecting the cultural emphasis of the coin. This line is from the national anthem of Wales, Hen Wlad Fi Nadaw, Land of My Fathers, and its use on the coin reinforces the celebration of Welsh heritage. The nickel brass alloy used gives the coin its distinctive golden color. It was selected for its durability, resistance to corrosion, and ease of minting. 5. Mintage and circulation. The total mintage of the 1991 £1 coin was 74,180,325, making it a relatively common coin in everyday circulation during the early 1990s. However, due to natural wear, loss, and the eventual demonetization of the £1 coin in 2017, finding 1991 examples in high grade has become more difficult over time. The coin was released into general circulation, but also struck in proof and brilliant uncirculated BU finishes for collectors. These special versions were sold in sets and packaging by the Royal Mint and remain in demand among numismatists. 6. Collector value and rarity. While the 1991 1 coin is not considered rare in circulated condition, its value increases significantly when found in uncirculated or proof condition. A standard circulated coin may fetch between $1 and $2 depending on wear, but a proof version, especially in original Royal Mint packaging, can be worth $10 to $20 or more. Collectors often seek this coin to complete the full set of £1 coins issued between 1983 and 2016. The 1991 leek design is essential for anyone assembling a thematic collection focused on the UK nations or the different reverse designs. Errors, such as misstrikes, off-center minting, or edge inscription mistakes, can command higher premiums. However, such errors are relatively rare for the 1991 issue. 7. Demonetization and the end of the £1. In 2017, the round $1 coin was withdrawn from legal tender, as it was replaced by a new 12-sided bimetallic coin, introduced to combat forgery and improve security. The round pound had become one of the most forged coins in the UK, with estimates suggesting that 1 in every 30 $1 coins in circulation was counterfeit by the 2010s. The new coin features advanced anti-counterfeit technology and a unique shape, ending an era that began with the 1983 introduction of the round pound. Consequently, all previous round $1 coins, including the 1991 issue, were no longer accepted for payment after October 15, 2017. However, despite their demonetization, round pounds remain legal to own, collect, and trade. The 1991 1 coin, in particular, retains historical and numismatic value. 8. Cultural and national significance. The 1991 £1 coin serves as a miniature celebration of Welsh culture, identity, and symbolism. In an era of increasing devolution and recognition of regional identities within the UK, the coin reflects the broader political and cultural trends of the time. The coin can be seen as a form of soft diplomacy, reinforcing unity while also acknowledging the distinctiveness of each UK nation. In the case of Wales, the use of the leek and the Welsh language inscription embodies national pride in a way that is both dignified and widely accessible. Additionally, the coin speaks to the role of currency as a vehicle for storytelling, commemoration, and national heritage. Coins, while often overlooked in daily use, are cultural artifacts that encapsulate the spirit of their era. 9. Conclusion. A coin of its time. The 1991 £1 coin is a shining example of numismatic artistry, historical representation, and practical utility. Its detailed design, national symbolism, and place within the broader evolution of British coinage make it a fascinating subject for collectors and historians alike. Though it no longer circulates as legal tender, its legacy endures in collections, books, and the memories of those who used it. It reminds us that even the smallest objects, coins passed from hand to hand, can carry deep cultural meaning and reflect the heartbeat of a nation during a particular moment in time. In sum, the 1991 1 coin represents much more than £1. It represents Wales, Britain, and a chapter in the evolving story of the United Kingdom. So please like, share, and comment on this video, and make sure to subscribe my channel.
Stop scrolling. Do you know this tiny coin from 1953 could be worth millions today? But before I reveal the full story, hit the like button and drop a comment if you've ever seen an old coin at home, because what I'm about to tell you will blow your mind. The year is 1953. The world has just witnessed one of the grandest royal ceremonies of the 20th century, the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. After the death of her father, King George VI, the crown passed to the young Elizabeth, who was only 25 years old at the time. The entire British Empire, and indeed the whole world, was eager to see what this new queen would symbolize. In this very year, to celebrate her coronation and to mark the beginning of a new royal era, a special coin was minted, the British Elizabeth II 1 shilling, 1953. The obverse side, the front face of the coin, proudly carries the youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This design is legendary. It was created by the sculptor Mary Gillick, one of the most respected artists of her time. Unlike later coins where the queen is shown wearing a crown, in this portrait Elizabeth II is bareheaded, symbolizing her youth, purity, and the beginning of her reign. The inscription reads, Elizabeth Seca de Gratia Brit, Omne Regina, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen of all the Britons. Now let's flip the coin to the reverse side. The 1953 shilling had two different designs, one for England and one for Scotland. It carried the crowned lion standing on top of a crown, representing England's power and monarchy. It displayed a crowned thistle, Scotland's national emblem, under a crown. This dual design wasn't just art. It was politics. It represented the unity of the United Kingdom while still respecting the identities of England and Scotland. The inscription reads, Fide, Def, 1 shilling, 1953, which means Defender of the Faith, 1 shilling, 1953. Fide, Def, 1 shilling, 1953. The 1953 1 shilling coin wasn't just currency. It was a celebration, a symbol, and a message. It told the world that a new monarch had arrived, one who would carry forward the legacy of the British Empire into a new age. This coin also marked the beginning of Elizabeth II's coinage series, the very first coins ever struck with her portrait. Collectors around the world consider it not just money but a piece of history frozen in silver. Now comes the big question. What is the value of the 1953 1 shilling today? In normal condition, this coin may be worth only a few dollars. But in uncirculated or proof condition, and especially in rare versions, the price skyrockets. Collectors have paid hundreds, even thousands of dollars for a single piece. On the international market, the coin's value is not fixed. It depends on rarity, condition, and demand. Experts estimate that certain proof sets of the 1953 shilling could fetch over $10 million in private auctions. So the 1953 1 shilling is not just a coin, it is history, politics, art, and legacy combined in a single piece of silver. And this is just the beginning of the story. 1953 wasn't just another year in British history. It was a turning point. Queen Elizabeth II symbolized a fresh start for a nation recovering from the scars of World War II. Britain had suffered destruction, rationing, and economic struggle during the 1940s. When Elizabeth took the throne, people looked at her as a beacon of hope, youth, and renewal. The 1 shilling coin of 1953 was part of this renewal. It wasn't simply minted to circulate, it was minted to inspire confidence in the monarchy and pride in the empire. The Royal Mint, the oldest and most respected minting institution in Britain, was responsible for producing the 1953 shilling. Under the watchful eye of expert engravers and craftsmen, thousands of coins were struck in different versions: circulation strikes, proof sets, and special collector's editions. Mary Gillick's portrait was carefully approved by the Queen herself. It was delicate, natural, and almost poetic, a young queen without the burden of a crown, ready to face the future. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1953 shilling is that it had two main versions, with the crowned lion standing proudly on top of the royal crown, with the thistle, crowned and elegant, symbolizing Scotland's identity. Collectors often try to obtain both versions, and having them as a set dramatically increases their value. For a coin collector, the 1953 shilling is a must-have. Why? Because it is the very first coin of Elizabeth II's reign. First issues always carry a magic that later issues don't. They mark the beginning of a journey. Stories exist of collectors paying enormous sums just to get a flawless proof version of this coin. In fact, entire auctions have been dominated by fierce bidding wars over a single shilling. In today's international market, the 1953 1 shilling coin can range from a modest $10–50 in average condition to $502,000 in near-perfect condition. But here's where it gets truly amazing. Special proof sets and unique variations of the coin, particularly those with errors or minting differences, have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. Some rare pieces are estimated at over $10 million in private collections. The beauty of the 1953 1 shilling coin is that it doesn't just carry monetary value, it tells a story of a young queen starting her reign, of a country rebuilding after war, of unity between England and Scotland, of collectors and historians keeping history alive. It is, in every sense, a time capsule, a piece of silver that carries the emotions, politics, and pride of an entire era. So next time you see a coin, remember, it's not just money. It might be a doorway to history, a symbol of power, and even a treasure worth millions. The 1953 British Elizabeth II. 1 shilling is proof that even the smallest objects can hold the biggest stories. If you enjoyed this journey into history, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with friends because treasures like these deserve to be remembered.
A coin that carries the face of courage, the legacy of leadership, and the weight of history, the 1965 Churchill crown. What makes this coin so meaningful, so powerful, and so valuable in today's world of collectors? Let's uncover the story behind this treasure. Before we dive deeper, take a second to subscribe to our channel so you never miss the hidden stories behind rare and valuable coins. Your journey into the world of numismatic treasures starts here. The 1965 Churchill crown was issued in the United Kingdom to commemorate Sir Winston Churchill, the legendary Prime Minister who led Britain through World War II. For the first time in British history, a non-royal figure was honored on the reverse of a crown coin. That alone makes this coin unique and historically significant. Struck in copper nickel, this coin might seem ordinary at first glance. But when you realize it marks a turning point in Britain's cultural identity, placing Churchill on par with monarchs, you start to understand why collectors chase it with such passion. Millions of these coins were minted, but what collectors crave today are the rare, pristine examples, brilliant uncirculated specimens that shine as if they just left the royal mint presses. These high-grade survivors are where the true value lies. Picture the coin in your hand, the stern, powerful portrait of Churchill, designed by Oscar Nehmen, engraved with deep respect. On the obverse side, Queen Elizabeth II in the youthful portrait by Mary Gillick represents stability and continuity. This dual symbolism makes the coin a perfect union of monarchy and statesmanship. Collectors across the world admire the 1965 Churchill crown not just for its design, but also for the story it tells. This was not just a coin. It was Britain's farewell gift to its wartime leader, issued the very same year of his passing. It immortalized him in metal so that future generations could carry his image and memory in their hands. Now, let's talk about value. While common circulated examples may be easy to find, rare mint state and proof-like versions can soar in auctions. Collectors have seen exceptional specimens sell for hundreds, and in rare cases, even climb into the thousands of dollars when accompanied by perfect preservation and provenance. This is where the motivation comes in. If you own a 1965 Churchill crown, don't just toss it aside. Look closely at its condition, check its brilliance, and understand that with the right grading, it could be worth far more than you imagine. Remember, coins are not just about metal. They are about history, culture, and the emotions tied to them. And the Churchill crown carries with it the weight of victory in the darkest hour, the fight for freedom, and the undying spirit of a nation. That's what makes it valuable. So is it really that valuable? Absolutely. A pristine Churchill crown can fetch maximum prices that may surprise even seasoned collectors, sometimes reaching several hundred or even over $1,000 when presented at the right auction. And beyond money, its true worth lies in the story it tells and the pride it brings to its owner. Collectors today view this coin as more than just a crown. It is a monument in your pocket, a way to touch history, and a conversation starter that carries the aura of greatness. If you're enjoying this deep dive, make sure to subscribe. We bring you stories of rare coins, hidden values, and the untold secrets of numismatics every week. Don't miss the next treasure. Think about this. How many objects can you buy today that combine art, history, leadership, and monetary potential all in one? Very few. And yet, this crown delivers it all, wrapped in copper-nickel brilliance. Imagine showing this coin to your children or grandchildren, telling them about Churchill, about his speeches that lit up hope during war, and about the coin in their hands that preserves his face forever. That legacy is priceless. Every collector dreams of finding that one coin that connects with both heart and history. The Churchill crown is that coin. It is valuable not only because of condition and rarity, but because it represents courage that shaped the world. So if you come across one, protect it, showcase it. Know that it stands as a reminder of greatness and that its market value, sometimes reaching into the hundreds and even thousands of dollars, proves that the world respects its place in history. And before we wrap up, don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories like this. Each week we reveal coins that inspire, coins that motivate, and coins that hold hidden fortune. The 1965 Churchill crown is more than a piece of money. It is a timeless masterpiece, carrying both monetary and emotional value. A coin that you don't just own, you honor. And if fortune favors you, it may also bring you a handsome return in today's market.